And what's going on with y'all boys today? Before we get into this video, I just want to make a disclaimer that no disrespect is meant to be taken to this OG that I'm about to reference to right now. So any funny comments I make, no disrespect to you, man. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get into it. And we're going to see about this prison story today, you feel me? Interesting story today. So stay tuned. Don't click off the video. Like, subscribe, comment. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Off the yard. That boy came from the pen.
What's up, everybody? You're tuned in. Off the yard. I'm Big Lance. Gladiator Gang. Good to see you this evening.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you alive. Alive and well.
Alive and well.
It's nice to be alive and well.
We don't always want to talk about. I know a lot of mornings I joke and laugh. And I talk about, how funny it is to have certain things go on. But in reality, prison is not a funny
Most definitely not. Most definitely not. After all these stories out here, most definitely not.
Prison is full of pain. And you're going to see and be privy to things that you never in your life thought that you were going to see before.
Talk to me.
Tonight we're going to talk about one of those things.
What's one of those things, man?
When you think of prison rape,
Woo!
When you think about a man taking another man's manhood,
literally,
that should make you sick to
That's bad, bro.
As a normal individual,
that's bad.
That should make you feel
that's terrible,
ill inside. But there's people in the world, and there's people in the prison system that thrive off of it.
They normalize it, bro. That's crazy. That gotta be a crime, bro.
It makes them feel strong.
Well, never mind. They can't even charge them for a crime because, like, you snitch.
I grew
then
up
you gonna die, like,
as a juvenile.
You gonna,
I grew
you know
up
what I'm saying?
in institutions.
Okay.
From the time I was 11 years old, all the way up until I became a convicted felon as an adult. Okay. I spent almost a total of 4.5 years in the juvenile system. That's a long time to a child.
Yeah, 4.5 years. That's a good minute. 4.5 years. That's the difference between 12 and 16.
Now, when you think of prison,
that's the difference between
grown men.
You know what I'm saying? 4 and 8. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you get what I'm getting at.
This is one of those times. My first experience and my first witnessing of somebody being taken like that was in the juvenile system.
In juvie? I didn't know they was moving like that in juvie.
I was in a place called Beaumont in Virginia. I did 2.5 years in this place.
Adult male prisons, yeah, but Greg,
the worst of the worst. This is where you went when they had nowhere else to send you. When you were just such a violent or just intolerable human being. Yeah. They sent you here as a kid. And it was worse at this juvenile prison than most of the adult prisons that I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot. When I got to Beaumont, I was very green. I was very young. I couldn't even grow a mustache. When they walk you in, they shave your head.
I can't grow nothing either, bro. Don't even feel bad.
So here I come walking in, looking like, I don't know, just a straight dickhead walking into the unit. And when you walk in, up top, it's cottages. Well, they were cottages. They became prison cells later on in life. They were actually building the new prison when I was there in the 90s. You walk in, the top is like a sleeping area, then you go downstairs, and it's like a basement, but that's your day room.
Yeah, day room, okay, yeah.
The showers in there, it's hot in the summer, it's cold in the winter. This was a tough place. Now, I knew I was going to see violence. I knew I was going to see people fighting. I probably was going to see some people being stabbed.
Most definitely.
But nothing could prepare me for what I witnessed one night at Beaumont.
What happened? Talk to me.
As a white boy, you're always going to have some form of difficulty in the prison system.
Of course.
At least out
They're going to target them.
Unless you're willing to stand on yours and fight. And even then, sometimes you still lose.
Most definitely. Because them gangs will get...
in a couple altercations. I wouldn't say that I'd earned my respect, but dudes knew I would thump for mine.
Yeah.
I was left alone for the most part by now. I'd been there about 6 months. I'd seen it all. I'd seen gang fights. I'd seen a couple pokings. Not really no slashings, but pokings.
Yeah.
I'd seen straight up fist fights. I'd been in some fist fights. I've been jumped about 3 or 4 times within the course of this 6 months. This little young'un comes in, man. He couldn't have been no more than 15, 16, man. Comes in, he's real skinny, real frail, real pale. I knew he was going to have problems. But he called himself talking tough. Being a tough guy, talking about he was a Crip from Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
He was Cripping. So the Crips pulled up on him. Was like, you Crip? What's up? Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, fool, I'm Crip. Da-da-da. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. All right. Well, you know when it comes time to put in work, you got to put in work. But we're going to check your credentials. And what they mean by checking your credentials is
see who your big homie.
Try to find out who your big homie
see
is.
who you hang around. Who actually know you is what they trying to say. For y'all who don't know.
At all, man. He couldn't display nothing.
So they checked his background, found out he was really lying. Oh, you know it's gonna be consequences out of that. You just know it's gonna be consequences.
I come in from the rec yard one day.
Okay.
Right? And it was a normal hot summer day, man. We were lined up for the showers.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm next. All right, let me get after you. All right, cool. Hey, hold me down. That's all you hear as you walk downstairs. Hey, let me get that third shower after you.
Man, I couldn't imagine taking a shower with all them dudes. Heck no.
You got to call your place in the shower so you know when you can go wash your ass.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed a group of dudes was kind of acting funny, man. Whenever there's tension on a yard or in a prison or in a pod or in a cottage, wherever.
Man, you don't know what they could do when you in the shower. Nothing, you know what I'm saying?
It's like everything else goes silent and all you can focus on is that one particular thing.
Yeah.
I saw them kind of group up and I saw them moving towards the shower. I seen the white dude, call, hey, let me get after you.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Now, when the white boy went into the shower,
They heard that.
the Crip dudes kind of
moving towards him, advancing.
Moseyed in front. And wouldn't really let nobody in. Yo, you gotta wait, homie. Hold tight, we got business. Everybody thought they were gonna just beat this dude's ass or something. You know, like it was just
like how they normally supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Throw them.
Was fraudulent. I know everybody did. We were just waiting on him to beat his ass.
Yeah.
We're kids. We're thinking they're gonna beat his ass. That's it.
So this is kids doing this, y'all. Remember this.
I'm like 16 years old, 15 maybe. I'm like young.
Yeah.
The boy's in, he's washing. Thinking that everything's okay. All of a sudden, I saw them make their move. Boom, they come in. They grab him, and there's no guards in this building.
They grab him while he ain't got no clothes
down
on?
here with us. We used to fight in this thing called a shoe room. You come in, you can take your shoes off. They give you shoes, and you put your shower shoes on. We go in there and bump or clutch, and that's it. You're done. You fight in the shoe room. There was 4 men, 4 grown-ass, big-ass
teenagers.
Black teenagers.
Yeah, that's
little white dude. And proceeded to run meat in that little young boy until he screamed and screamed and he couldn't scream.
Bro, you couldn't pick a different terminology, bro.
All you heard was his face in the shower.
Bro, you could have said something else other than that. You could have said
just trying to survive.
They proceeded to
whatever this torture that
they
was
proceeded
going
to poke him with they you know what I'm saying? Like he could have said something else.
They raped that boy for a good 5 minutes.
That's terrible.
If you don't think 5 minutes is a long time, go fight somebody for 5 minutes. Go fight one round.
Yeah, 5 minutes ain't no joke.
Afterwards. And imagine laying in a pool of your own shit and blood. Shit and blood on the shower floor.
Oh my gosh.
Running back.
I can't imagine it, bro. I don't want to imagine it. I don't want to go there. No, heck no.
Kids. Monsters. Savages. After they're done,
Uh-huh.
they grab him by his leg, his ankle, walk him out in the middle of the day room, slide his shitty, bloody ass across the day room.
Oh, they humiliating that man.
For everybody to see. This is what happens when you mess with us. What the
So
fuck?
they made an example out of civilian.
That was all I could think. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that right there, no joke.
Why didn't somebody stop this? Where were the guards? Where were the adults? Where were the people? What the hell just happened? This is my brain, right?
Boy,
This is my brain. This is my
these
mind.
people need Jesus.
What the fuck just happened? And I'm praying in my brain, please don't let them ever focus on me. Because there's nothing I could have done.
Shoot, I'd be praying
What can
too,
you do?
shoot.
People
Lord,
always
if they
say,
ever come
oh,
for
man,
me,
that wouldn't
Lord.
happen to me. Yes, it can happen to you.
Lord, I want you to send a lightning bolt so big through this building and to strike off forward,
There's nothing you're going to fucking do to stop me.
and kill him dead. I'll be praying too, boy.
As they did this to this boy, they also proceed to stomp him and kick him and beat him on top of what they were doing to him from behind.
Man, boy, I wouldn't know what to do,
I
boy.
remember him laying there naked, 3 feet from me, covered in piss and blood and shit and tears. And I saw when he kind of came around, he didn't want to open his eyes. He didn't want to get up. He probably just wanted to lay there and die.
Yeah, because they took that man manhood.
I'm sure he was begging for death, praying for death.
Lord be
Many
with
times
these
during
people.
that whole
Any of these
ordeal.
rape victims, Jesus. Please be with them. Please be with them.
I want you people to think about this when you think that sending your kids to the system is a good idea, to teach them a lesson.
Yeah. Because they could
Oh,
be
they're
in
going
there.
to get taught a
You know what I'm
lesson, all
saying?
right? I promise you that. They're going to get taught a lesson.
Yeah, they going to get taught a lesson, all right. It's going to be the wrong type of lesson.
These people are monsters. I myself was a monster. Not to that degree, but I was a monster.
Not to that
at one
degree.
point in my life.
Well, praise the Lord.
That was my first experience with this type of situation. Seeing this.
In juvenile, bro, you know how mind blowing that is to me?
PTSD really starts.
That 4 other kids did that to another
This
kid.
is when my brain
Come on,
was
bro.
transformed into something else.
That's
when
terrible.
my vision and my heart got colder. And I decided that I was going to do whatever I had to do to live and make it through this.
I know what I would
I
have
stayed
did.
there for another 2 years.
I would have got me a
living.
sharp piece of metal.
But that wasn't the last time
I would have got me
saw
something.
that
Something would have been
horrific
protecting me.
sight. I saw it many times in my life because I was in many places. But that's for another story, another day. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight.
Man,
I hope that
that's going to go ahead and end the video. I doubt he really talking about much else through the rest of this video. But y'all, boy, stay out of the systems. They don't. Man, these systems, they want to kill y'all, bruh. Stay out the system. Whether you this skin color or this skin color, it don't matter. Or whether you in the middle, it don't matter, bruh. Stay out the system. And Jesus love y'all. And we gonna go ahead and get out of here. I love y'all, boys. Subscribe, like, and comment. And I'm gonna head out. Love y'all, boy. Hold on, we gotta get a thumbnail. We gone.